Hi sweethearts, welcome to today's video where I will be talking about literally one of my favorite topics in the entire world, and that is creative energy, the manifestation of creative energy, inspiration, living in inspiration, living in an inspired state, and being able to cultivate and access and direct this life force energy that we have been given in life. And I believe that creative energy is not only and not solely designed for artists, but we utilize and we all connect to creative energy every single day. So this video is really inspired by the Embodied Archetypes and Tarot Yoga series, where we dive deep into the various different archetypes through the tarot, through the medium of meditation, yoga, movement, somatics, dance, really whatever the mood strikes in the moment, in order to tap more deeply into the full spectrum of the human consciousness, into the full spectrum of who it is that we are, light and shadow, and becoming perhaps a little bit more harmonious and a little bit more integrated in the world and compassionate and living wholeheartedly and lovingly from this space of integrity and alignment, and not being afraid or not being in this energy of repression within ourselves. Because the more we find love within ourselves, the more we are able to tap into this creative flow, the more we are able to show up as that in the world, right? So my whole life, it feels like it was revolving around this idea of making life art, of turning life into something beautiful, especially because I'm someone who extremely struggled with seeing the beauty of life, with trying to find the beauty of life. And my journey through and with depression has really showed me the power that I have as a human being, as a co-creator of this life, to step into that role, to pick myself up, to let go of this victim identity, and to start creating the life that I desired. And it's a really beautiful place to be in, but at the same time it can be challenging, and it can feel like a lot of responsibility, that all of a sudden we are in charge of every single thought, every single action, every single movement that we make. And knowing that impacts our life in some way can be quite a daunting thing, but it doesn't have to be. This is why we utilize and work with the body within Embodied Archetypes, in order to move this energy, in order to move and alchemize any energies and feelings that might feel a little bit sticky in our system, and to give ourselves a little bit more room within the body to be able to use this creative energy that we also are building up, in order to create the life that we desire, to live the life we love and love the life that we live, right? So it's such a beautiful journey that we get to go on, and I'm so excited. But I wanted to touch more deeply on this energy of creativity as a force, and this understanding of creativity as a life force. You can call it Shakti, Kundalini, blood, heart, soul, spirit, whatever you feel that electricity is, that moves through all of us, that governs our bodies. If you don't want to go as esoteric, you don't have to. You can simply say there is a blood, an electrical current, something that makes our heart beat, something that something that makes us go, right? And until it doesn't, until we have our last breath. So you can also think about it as breath, this tool that connects us to life. Perhaps that's your connection to life force and creativity. And so, what is creativity? What is creative expression? To me, creative expression and creative living is living authentically, authentically, is to live authentically and to live expressed. So very much so, I feel like creative energy is this field of inspiration and expanded potential that allows us to tap into deeper states of consciousness, that allows us to make the impossible possible, that allows us to take those crazy steps, have those coincidences, have those unique experiences that eventually lead us to the life that we desire. So allowing us to be more in tune with our intuition, to be more in tune with our compass and where it is that we are going in life, by clearing and cleaning this channel. And yeah, what is creativity? More deeply, it feels like it's this constant state of inspiration, constant state of awe, and a way of looking at life that is in unity, that is in harmony, that is in beauty, that is in romance, that is also not afraid to see into the nitty gritty, the ugly, the painful, the distorted, and claim life in that as well. So every single step, we are trying to claim more of life, and we are not running away from life. There was a lot of periods in my life where I felt like I was not able to uphold life, where I felt like life was heavy and always this monotonous conglomeration or pot of emotions and experiences, and anything good in life was fleeting. But since then, I was able to find my own truths in life and to find my own joy, and it was always found within. So through the Embodied Archetypes course, through anything that I'm serving, my highest intention is to spread inspiration, to add more beauty into the world, and to create a space where we get to meet all parts of ourselves, where we get to learn to cultivate and dance and move with this creative life force energy. Because this creative life force energy, for an artist, yes, it can show up as a project or an inspiration for a painting, but we still have to go and sit down to do this, right? But on the way to doing this, we might encounter self-doubt. We might encounter procrastination. We might encounter self-hatred, the judgment, whatever that may be. So the path of the artist, even if it's the artist of life, an entrepreneur, a business owner, a mother, father, it really is this path of seeing the highest path forward, seeing with the eyes of love and seeing with the eyes of potentiality, not being defined by a vision of the past or dictated by the fears of the future, but staying rooted in the present, being able to control this life force energy that we have, and to channel it, and to be so clear and so conscious and so deeply in this act of self-love, self-connection, and body intelligence, that we are able to very quickly and easily move and discern and alchemize anything that is within us that might be that might feel like tension, or it might feel like it's blocking our way, or it might feel any other way. So if you're looking for a more embodied life, a more creative life, a more energetic and beauty-filled life, no matter what our environment is giving us, please check out the videos below. They're linked in the show notes. Is that what it's called? They're linked underneath in the description box. And yeah, the final thing I will say is that by stepping into the role of the co-creator with life, we really get to create a really beautiful life. And this is something that I wish for every single one of us. And I hope that by the end of this course, by the end of this journey, we will be able to be more in love with the nuances of this human experience, whether it's showing up as shadow or whether it's showing up as light or somewhere in between, that we acquire this artistic lens that allows us to see something else in life. And this does not require you to have a creative practice, but to simply have an open and playful and curious mind, and to show up for the journey and allow this process of integration, change to happen over time, because it's a cultivation. Inspiration and creative energy, it's a cultivation. It's an attunement towards that which gives life, that which inspires, that which enlivens. So we could be in the darkest, deepest, crunchiest place within ourselves, but we can still, in that moment, notice the beauty and the magnitude of this experience, just because we are alive. Just because we have trained ourselves over and over and over and over to look towards life, to look towards the path of love, to look towards joy and fruitfulness and abundance and magic and mystery, and to be in introspection with the relationships that we have with ourselves and the world around us, and how that is influencing our actions, decisions, emotional states, and ways of being. So by taking ownership and taking all of those things, we're stepping into that full role of the co-creator with life, and it's a really exciting place to be. So I hope you join me for the journey, and if you have any questions, you can reach out to me on Instagram at artfullyclaudia, artfully.claudia. So it's AORTFULLY.claudia with a K, and that's all underneath. So without further ado, I'll invite you to the first videos to check out, to move our bodies, to sound, to take up space, and to fully show up in life as what it is that we want, and do that in a safe and ceremonial space where we don't have to do the big life decisions like that and expect everything to work out. We get to nurture ourselves along the way and take as many steps as we feel are necessary to get there, rather than jumping the bandwagon, pushing through and ending up in the same space and wondering what happened. So with that said, I hope you have a wonderful day, or evening, night. I hope that your heart feels the sweet nectar of love, and that you get to witness the mystery of life that is all around us, especially in nature. So my invitation for you today is to find a beautiful place in nature, and just to allow yourself to listen, to hear, and to be present to everything that is, whether it's a leaf blowing in the wind, a shadow, the trick of the light, or water lapping at the seashore, whatever that may be. And yeah, see you in the next one.